Hello, I'm Phil. I'm filming some Land Rover DVDs, workshop DVDs. You've already bought and seen the written paper manuals, and now I'm doing something different. I'm filming the video DVDs, video workshop DVDs, landroverworkshopdvd.com. On the website there's links to just about every workshop manual in a PDF form going. So I've got to say, you don't even need to buy a manual anymore. It's all available to print. I've got links. If you add your name and email address, there's links to probably 30 or 40 different PDF manuals, from including this one, Range Rover, Discovery, you name it, it's there. And now I'll show you how to do them. We started off with a service DVD. This is a 200 TDI, this one. Have a look at the clips coming up. If you've got, let's see, Discovery 1 or Range Rover Classic, most of the running gear is the same. Obviously, Range Rover's more like to be V8, blah blah blah. Add your name and email address. I've got Defender, Discovery, Range Rover, all coming up very shortly. And we're covering everything. If you've got any shortcuts, tricks, tips, and compatibility knowledge, as in what bits fit older stuff, what older stuff fits new stuff, not that you want to go that way around, whatever. Have a look at the clips, email me, add your name and address to the email list on the website. Enjoy what's coming up. Now you can see. Before we go to the clips, my DVDs are the real thing. It's a working MOT station. None of this garage you can eat your dinner off the floor and using every special tool that costs hundreds of pounds you've got to buy to do jobs. It's the real thing. Yes, if there's a proper tool for doing a job, I'll show you. If there's an alternative, a bodge or whatever, a quick way around it, so you can do it at the side of the road, out in the Sahara or whatever you want to do, then we're going to show it. Enjoy. Okay, ticklies. Right, brake pads. Let's move on to them. Nice, easy job. As you can see on my Land Rover, there's not a lot left of them. There's the disc spinning through the middle. Pads either side. A lot of brake pistons showing either side. And if I wasn't planning, if it was a service and I wasn't planning on touching the car for another 6 months or whatever, because this one I use for towing as well, everything, then I'd be sticking a set of pads in. But we're doing a DVD on it, we've got lots more to go, so here we go. In the back of these little pins, lovely arrangement. Super simple compared to some of the crap we have to deal with these days at the garage. 1 R clip. Two R clip. Don't lose. One pin, 2 pin. Right, now you see that fell out. Did that for a reason. These little springs here, they hook over the back of that little lug on the top, and they tension themselves against the pin. You push one in, and then you need a screwdriver to push the other end down while you push the pin back in. To stop the brake pad rattling on the pin. And whenever you take anything apart, always have a look and take a mental picture before you take it apart. Because if you've got a mental picture before you take it apart, then you'll have a much better clue if you lose something, drop something, or something pings out like that did, of how it goes back together. Right, I'm going to have my little bits and bobs up there on that rusty shelf, which will do for the minute. Now, brake pads. If you have, I'm assuming you're not going to have seized pistons or calipers. Let's go and use that tool that we used before. Pulse tool rack. Now you have to push the pistons back. Now normally, what we would do is, if your pistons are covered in dirt like that, you need to clean that off. If you come and have a look now, you'll see. I've rubbed the top of those 2 pistons with my finger, and there should be nice shiny chrome pistons really, but they've got lots of dirt on them, these. If you force that dirt back into the caliper, pushing the piston back because your new brake pads are going to be a lot thicker. So you have to push the pistons back so you can get the new pads in. If you force the piston back like that, you're going to fill the caliper up with dirt, force all that dirt back in. So clean as much of it off as possible. Can of brake cleaner, you can buy it from the shops, about £3. You'll need one for the back brakes as well if you've got drums, which we'll get to in a minute. So I'm just going to go and get mine, give them a good wash off. It's just like a squirt you can, get the worst of it off, and then we will push the pistons back and pretend we're putting new pads in. Back in a sec. Right, I've cleaned mine up as best as I can, just with squirty brake cleaner. If you've got a toothbrush or a paintbrush, good idea. A bit more aggressive for getting the dirt off. The pistons on mine don't actually look too clever, so at some point in the very near future we will be putting calipers on. Right, okay. That's a special tool list. Push your pistons back. Don't take the brake pads out. Leave them in until you have. Actually, let's do it one at a time. Come in and have a look over the top, because you're probably right at the wrong angle for seeing. One side of the pliers round the caliper, one round the brake pad. Nice gentle pressure, not forcing. Just keep the gentle pressure on, and that will push the pistons back. Just keep adjusting the pliers up to take them back. All the way back, so the brake pads touching this side of the caliper completely. You don't want any pistons showing. Right, if you stick your head in there, I've got to get the piston all the way back. So I'm going to pinch it up there now, rather than won't spend hours filming this. But pinching this side back, then put the new pad in. If you pinch this side back, I'll tell you what, I'll just demonstrate it. If you pinch one side back and then go, right, I'm going to put the other side back now. When you do that, this side comes back out. You could be doing that all day. So pinch one side completely back, put the new pad in, and then pinch the other side back, put the new pad in. Now, one last little detail before pads go in. So I'm not fitting pads. Let's show this stuff. Copper grease. Anti-seize assembly compound. Prevents seizure, blah blah blah, stops brake disc squeal. Good stuff. Stops bolts rusting in holes and everything. The part of the pad that touches the disc, don't put any grease on it. Bad things will happen. Back of the pad, where the pistons touch, can cause brake squeal. Most pads now have got a special coating on them, and the other place that will squeal is if you look on that pad there, there's a shiny part of the metal, and that, where it sits in the caliper, can also cause squeal. So put a little bit of copper grease on that side, a little bit of copper grease on that side, and then hopefully when it goes back in it won't squeal. Right, where else could we let's put these back in. It's just a service, this one. So you can clean all these bits up with wire brush, anything useful like that, and put one pin in first, put one pin in, and get the hole at the right angle for putting the R-clip back in before you put the springs in, because otherwise it can be a bit fiddly to twist the pin. Right, okay. Pin. That's how we do it in the garage anyway. Nice thin coating of copper grease. Pop it in the hole, stops the pin seizing in the caliper. Not uncommon.